everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are having a fantastic Sunday. Right now it's Friday evening, the chickens are going to bed, and don't they look so pretty, all lined up, ready to go to bed? I didn't realise that they did this in the evening. This is the first time I've come out and they've been doing that, but you know what, it's hellishly cute, so I'm just gonna let them do that in the background. I hope you enjoyed the content this week. I know that some of you did not like the innuendo that Kate made in one of her videos this week. I am sorry if we offended you. We can't keep everybody happy at the end of the day. We're always going to upset somebody, and I guess if we're not upsetting someone, then maybe we're not doing it right. I don't know. There was something someone said to me once about you can't keep everyone happy, and if you're keeping multiple people unhappy and they're saying different things, then you're probably doing it right. And we had some cases this week where different people were saying different things about the videos we were doing, so I guess we're doing right. Next week we're going to be out of the office. We've got a very cool, awesome car review to film, and rather than our usual car reviews where we wait for the automakers to give us a car, we're actually cutting out the middleman and going directly to the dealerships. So there's a local dealership who's lending us a car for a couple of days, and so we're going to be filming with that. So if you see us out and about, say hello, wave, but obviously if we're filming, don't come up and interrupt while we're filming. You know, that's happened before. One of you came up and was like, oh, hi, I really like your stuff. And we were in the middle of filming, and then it's awkward for everybody. But hey, but that's not what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about something that's been in the news this week. I actually found out about it over the Christmas break, and we hadn't put it in the show, so we put it in the show yesterday. And that is a company in New Zealand, and they are developing a true aftermarket proprietary battery pack option for the Nissan Leaf. It's not just one battery pack though, it's multiple battery packs, and their idea is that they will have liquid cooling, and they will be a true kind of plug and play drop-in replacement for your aging Nissan Leaf battery pack. And what I would like to know is, would you, if your electric car needed a new battery pack and the company that made your electric car had turned around and said, no, we're not going to give you one, or we're not going to sell you one, would you go with a third-party option? Would you go with a third-party solution that had been engineered just for your car? The chickens are making lots of noise tonight. This one here is Marie. And that's Grace. They're two of the older chickens. They're more talkative than the rest. The reason this battery swap idea or battery replacement has come up in my mind is this week our second Chevrolet Bolt, Orion, which is this one here, the black one, had its battery pack replaced. So we've now got two Chevrolet Bolt EVs with replaced battery packs. I am currently in the process of trying to get my car to recognise that it has a new battery pack. And what you have to do is you have to drive it until it's almost empty and then charge it all the way up a couple of times. And that allows the battery management system within the car to kind of go, oh yeah, I have a 66 kilowatt hour battery. It's kind of halfway there. It now thinks it's got like a 59 kilowatt hour battery, which is better than what it has when I started the process. My wife's doing the same thing. So we've not plugged these in all week. In fact, the only person who's plugged in is Michael with his Volt, who's obviously been working here every day. But I was thinking about the battery replacement process for our Bolts and how, you know, actually at the end of the day, it was generally pretty painless. And I was curious as to how many of you would want to keep your cars if you could buy a replacement aftermarket battery pack for your cars. I'm also feeling incredibly guilty at the moment about these cars because on Thursday this week, I got the email that said, please spec your Ford F-150 Lightning. And so I've done it. And if you want us to do a video about it, let me know on this channel or on the main channel, because I don't want to kind of spam you with my own personal experiences. But if you do want us to do a video about why we chose the F-150 Lightning, that we did. Disclaimer, we went for the Lariat because we wanted to have Blue Cruise so that when we're doing long distance trips, we can just drive. Michael and I had to fly 2 weeks ago to Detroit, and it was a thoroughly miserable experience. And I like flying, but it was just kind of flying in the age of COVID, masks, people not masking properly, people coughing, and you know, I was convinced that we were both going to have caught COVID by the time we got back. We didn't, which is a good thing. But it just kind of made us go, you know what, in the future we'd just like to drive. So we're getting the F-150 Lightning. We're going to load it up with all the Transport Evolved gear, so when we do shows next year we'll be able to do it. And we're kind of offsetting the battery side of things, or the cost, because we're going to hook it up to the house. So this is our solar breaker here. We've got a 400 amp supply at the house, so we can, I think, quite easily hook up the truck. And then we have fairly regular power cuts because you live in the country, and then hopefully we'll be able to keep things going. But I'm kind of going off piste just a little bit. It got me thinking about this car, my Bolt, and my wife's Bolt, and how easy the battery swap was relatively, and whether we would still own our Nissan Leaf, or Leafs, if we had had access to a replacement battery that offered liquid cooling, that offered a better lifetime than the original Nissan Leaf battery that was from a third-party provider who supported it, etc., etc. So I would love to know in the comments below, if you would do that, would you go for a replacement pack for your insert car name here from someone who wasn't your manufacturer, if you knew that it was going to be well supported and your car was going to have a good life? I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. As I say, let me know if you want us to do an F-150 Lightning video. There may or may not be a Mustang Mach-E coming into the family soon. We still haven't 100% decided yet. We're kind of going backwards and forwards on it because the Bolts are such fun vehicles, but because of family members who are unwell right now and we, you know, potentially going to have to drive across the country quite a bit, the Mustang is a better road tripping car than the Bolt. However much we love the Bolts, and it makes me sad to think that we might be saying goodbye to them. Very sad, because I like my little hatchback. But work, I need a work truck, really do, because trying to haul all the flight cases and all the camera gear. Like the last road trip we did, we had 2 cars with 2 people in each car, and the back of both cars were completely full with camera gear, so yeah. So that is it for today's video. As usual, you know what to do. If you want to support the channel, you can do so using Patreon, Bitcoin, or Ko-fi. Thanks on behalf of the entire TE crew go out to the folks on my right for being our $15 to $49 a month Patreon supporters. Special thanks to our $50 a month patrons. They are Chris Maxwell, Brian Newton, Jason Bordor, Dave Kitchen, Michael Goad, Ricky Leon, Andrew Martin, Guido Drahota, Brophy Wolf, Tesla in the Gong, Gordon C, Stephen O'Donoghue, Carl Hodgson, Anthony Coates, Regine Fellows, Rory Litwin, Anonymous Freak, Jim Burness, and Denny Hyde. And our deepest gratitude to our $100 a month Patreon supporters. They are Marcel Ward, Reggie Watts, Joe Bresney, JP Fagerbeck, Will Grayley, Matthew Drobnak, John Lyons, Christopher Lee Jones, Laura Reynolds, Paul Conway, Ellery Hennesley, and Ian. I didn't drop my glove like I did when I was doing the Arkimoto end credits a couple of days ago. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend and you have a peaceful time. I'm going to put the chickens to bed, but until next time, keep evolving.